So good afternoon, everyone. Today we will start with our second chapter, that is overcurrent protection and differential protection. So first we'll see what is meant by this overcurrent protection and differential protection. So all of you know when current uh, is flowing, high current is flowing through any circuit, that equipment or that circuit get damaged. Okay, so therefore we need protection against this overcurrent or abruptly increasing currents. Okay, so these some protective devices are used, and study of this is will be seen in this chapter. And differential protection means some difference is there, means actually when we are considering the equipment protection, means for example the transformer protection or alternator protection. So in such type of equipments, there is a difference between the current flowing through the circuit. Okay, means some incoming current is different and outgoing current at some particular points is different. So that is not good. That's why so protection is needed against such differences in the currents or any other quantities. So that is called, means protective devices are used there also. So that is called the differential protection. So I hope everyone understood what is meant by this overcurrent protection and differential protection. Overcurrent protection means we are studying here the different equipments which are protecting the equipments and circuits from overcurrent. And differential protection means if there is any difference in the current, incoming current and outgoing current, then we can protect such equipments also. Okay, so there are different equipments or different types to protect such equipments. Okay, so here first we'll see the unit contents. Unit contents are fuse. So everyone knows about fuse. Everyone is using fuse, rewirable and HRC fuse. HRC means high rupturing capacity fuse. Then fuse characteristics. So there are some characteristics. For example, a time current characteristic is there. Then application and selection of fuse. Okay. Then plug setting and time setting, and simple numerical on plug setting. PSM and TSM means it is the plug setting multiplier and time setting multiplier. Okay, so these are simply definitions, and there are some examples. Then radial feeder and ring main protection. So for protection purpose, there are different systems at the distribution level. That is a radial feeder is there, radial ring main system is there. So these systems we'll study. Then relay coordination, then earth fault and phase fault relays. Now there are different types of relays. So these are earth and phase fault relays. Then directional relays, static relays, so block diagram for overcurrent relays. So we have seen the static relay, but that was only basic. Okay, so here we'll see the overcurrent relay, a block diagram for the overcurrent relay. Then next point is microprocessor based overcurrent relay. We have seen only microprocessor based relay, but here it is microprocessor based overcurrent relay. Okay. Now then numerical on overcurrent relays. Okay. Then simple differential relays, percentage differential relay, and line protection. Okay. So we'll see all these points in this chapter. Again, there are only 7 hours for this whole chapter, but we require some more as usual. Okay, so we'll start with our first point, that is fuse. So can anyone define what is mean by this fuse? Everyone knows about fuse, everyone is using. So can anyone define fuse? Yes. So can anyone define me fuse? Why we are using this fuse? Kishori? Kishori?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, why we are using fuse? What is actually fuse?
For protection purpose, ma'am.
Yes, it is for protection purpose. And what the fuse contains actually? If that fuse breaks down, then what you are doing? You changed or replaced any fuse at your home?
No, madam.
No. Okay. So anyone else? Fuse means what? Shubham? Shubham?
We change only that wire, madam.
Yes, we change only the wire. Right. So that is the rewirable fuse. Simple. So we can define this fuse as a protective device. Okay, so this fuse is a protective device which consists of a single wire. Okay, and this wire is not a simple wire, but it consists of which material is used? Yes, which material is used? Fuse element, which material is used?
Copper.
Yes, copper. Then which other materials can be used there?
Aluminum.
Aluminium. Okay, then we can use silver. Silver is best, but it is costly. That's why we are using the aluminium. Okay, and copper. Okay, but mostly silver is best material for the fuse. Okay, so we can define this fuse as a protective device. Okay, it is a protective device which controls a very high current flowing through the circuit. Okay, and when very high current is flowing through the circuit, it melts and opens the circuit. Okay, or breaks the circuit. So it is simply a short piece of metal which melts when excessive current flows through it and thus breaks the circuit. So these some fuses are shown here. Everyone may have seen fuse at your home. So at your switchboard, there is at every switchboard there is a fuse. Okay, there is a fuse, and it is nothing but a single wire. Okay, single wire. So when very high current will flow through that, it will melt and open the circuit or breaks the circuit. Now these are some fuses shown here. Now the working of fuse. Here the circuit diagram of fuse is shown. Actually, we are giving here supply by using this switch. When we are giving supply in series with the load, we are connecting this fuse. Okay, this fuse is always connected in series. So if there is a normal working condition, means the normal current is flowing through the circuit, these two terminals are connected to each other, means fuse is fuse element, or we can say that wire is as it is. Okay, when we are supplying to the load. Okay, to the load. But when any fault occurs in the system, okay, if any fault occurs in the system, then suppose a short circuit is there, then what happens? Very high current will flow through that circuit, and this fuse element, get blow. Okay, means by blowing this, it disconnects the circuit or breaks the circuit so that current will not flow towards the load. Okay, very simple. When very high current will flow or over current is there, if the short circuit is happened, very high current will flow. That time every fuse has some rating. Okay, so above that, if that current is reached above the rating current, the current flowing through the circuit is there, then this fuse blows out and disconnects the circuit. Okay, so there are so many advantages and some disadvantages of these fuses we'll see. Okay, so working of fuse, everyone got this? Very simple. Because if any fault occurs, that blows out and we are simply replacing that fuse. Okay. So there are number of advantages of these fuses. So first advantage, all of you noting these points. Working of fuse, you can simply draw the circuit, okay, and note each and every point here. Now the next is the advantages. So there are number of advantages of these fuses. First is the cheapest type of protection in electrical circuit. So if we compare other protective devices, for example, there are circuit breakers, then relays, then isolators are there. So many protective devices are there. But this fuse is cheapest protective device, means all others are costly, because for fuse means a single wire. Okay, it is a single wire and which has very less cost as compared to other devices and can be easily replaced, okay, by anyone. So it is cheapest type of protection. Second advantage is it needs zero maintenance. Okay, because there are no any other parts, means only base is there and one type of holder is there. So means no maintenance. Huh? Hello? Hello? Any doubt? So no maintenance is required for that. Means, for example, if we take the relay only, then there are some current transformer is there, then circuit breaker is there, relay coil is there. So for all this maintenance is required, but for this fuse, no maintenance is required. Then third is simple operation. Okay, very simple operation means if very high current flows through that, means above its rated capacity, current is flowing through that coil, simply it blows and disconnects the circuit. So that is it easily disconnects the circuit. So its operation is very simple. Then it has the ability to interrupt enormous short circuit current without producing noise, flame, gas or smoke. Okay, so when fuse is disconnecting or interrupting any short circuit current or any circuit, any faulty circuit, it does without noise, flame. Okay, there is no any noise, no flame is produced, no any gas will be produced and no smoke will be produced there. Means it is very clean. Okay, clean protective device, we can say. So the next advantage is the operation time of fuse can be made much smaller than operation of circuit breaker. Okay, so by using different types of materials, okay, now, as per their melting point, we can use different types of material as a conductor there. As a conductor means the fuse material. So according to that, we can decrease the time of operation, means fastly that fuse can operate than the circuit breaker. Okay. Then next advantage is primary protection device against short circuits. So if we consider other protective devices, the time required for these fuses for fault detection and protection of the circuit is very less, okay, as compared to other devices or other protective devices. So this is the primary protection and it is very easy to operate. That's why it is the primary protection device against short circuits. Okay. Then fuse inverse time current characteristic has ability to use for overload protection. We are using fuses for overload protection. This inverse time current characteristic means I'll show here. So inverse time current characteristic means here there is a current and here it is time. So as your time increases, current, sorry, just wait. Where is eraser? Okay, so this is time actually. This is time and this one is current. Okay, current. So as your current is increasing, okay, means as current value increases, the time required for melting of fuse decreases. Okay, time required for melting of fuse decreases. So that is the inverse time current characteristic. So we can use this for the overload protection. Okay. So these all are the advantages of the electric fuses. Now next point is the disadvantages. Disadvantages, so first is the considerable time is lost in rewiring or replacing. Okay, means if that flows if that fuse blows out, then we have to replace that fuse. So in rewiring and replacing, time it is taking time. So if we consider other protective devices, then they do not require such type of replacements. Okay, for example, relays and circuit breakers. Okay, so they do not require any replacement or any rewiring. Okay, means time saving will be there. Then when second disadvantage is when fuses are connected in series, it is difficult to discriminate the fuse unless the fuse has significant size difference. Means when we are connecting these fuses in series, okay, so it is difficult to discriminate, means difficult to differentiate if there are a number of fuses in series. So which fuse actually blown out, we cannot detect. So that is a disadvantage. Then third is the time current characteristic cannot always be correlated with that of the protected apparatus. Means time current characteristic means as your current increases, okay, as your current increases, time required to blow out the fuse is very less. Means that time decreases, but this characteristic cannot be applicable every time. Okay, cannot be applicable every time. So these are few disadvantages of the fuses, but frequently and as its cost is very low, efficient, so that's why these fuses are still used for the distribution purpose and means for low voltages also and for high voltages also, because they are very economical. That's why these fuses are still used here. Okay, so these are some advantages and disadvantages of the fuse. Then Next point is the types of fuses. There are many types of fuses. First is the rewirable fuse, or it is also called KitKat type of fuse. And second is the HRC, means it is the high rupturing capacity fuse. Okay. So first is a rewirable fuse, which is used at your home. Rewirable, or it is also called KitKat type of fuse. So it is commonly used in house wiring and made of porcelain in two parts. Okay, first is the base and a fuse carrier. So this is the base. You can see here the pointer, or at your home also you can check. So this is the carrier where actually fuse is connected, means 2 points are only connected here, and this is the base in which that fuse is fixed. Okay, so it is called the KitKat type of fuse also. Then rewirable type or KitKat type fuses, advantages and disadvantages. Okay, so first it has advantage of it is easily removable, and replacement of fuse is at negligible cost. Okay, so we can easily remove, as I told you, anyone can replace that fuse. Okay, so it is easily removable, and replacement of fuse is at negligible cost, means cost of that conducting material is also very low. Then there are disadvantages of this rewirable or KitKat fuses. First is every possibility of rewiring by a wrong size or improper material wire, means there is a possibility of if that first material is blown out, that fuse is blown out, then we are replacing that wire. Okay, so when we are replacing that wire, uh, there may be chances of using wrong size wire. Okay, we are means that proper size wire should be used, and not only size, the material should be same. Otherwise, if first they are using the aluminum material and again you are using copper, means there will be mismatch, means some ratings get changed there. Okay, now the next disadvantage is they have low breaking capacity and cannot be used for too high currents. Okay, so these rewirable fuses cannot be used when very high currents are flowing through the circuit. So the fuse wire can deteriorate over a period of time due to oxidation through continuous heating of the fuse element. Okay, so actually under normal operating conditions also, as this fuse is connected in series, the continuous current is flowing through that fuse, right? Continuous current is flowing through that fuse, but means after some time, okay, after some days over, that fuse starts deteriorating. Okay, so due to the oxidation, okay, so these are some disadvantages of this rewirable fuse. Okay, so समजलं हे सगळ्यांना? पॉइंट्स लिहून घेतले? समजले का? संस्कृती, जयराम, okay. Now the next point is the HRC fuse, that is high rupturing capacity fuse. Actually, Actually, these rewirable fuses are used, but they have low capacity. Okay, means these are used against low current rating. Uh, but for higher current, these HRC fuses are used. Okay, so this HRC, so you can see this diagram here of HRC fuses. In different shapes, these fuses are used. Okay, so these are used for industrial applications or any simple electrical equipments also. You can see such fuses, HRC fuses. Okay, so here these HRC fuses are heat resistant, strong outer fuse body, and usually constructed from ceramic or fiber glass. Okay, so these fuses are having heat are heat resistant. Okay, then they have strong outer body and usually constructed from ceramic or fiber glass. Okay, then the cavity inside the fuse body is commonly filled with fine silica stand or cords to absorb the heat and energy of an overcurrent. Okay, so this cavity is filled with fine silica or cords, okay, to absorb heat and energy of an overcurrent. Okay. Then metal caps or tags are solidly affixed to the fuse body to create an airtight seal. So these two ends two ends are fixed with a metal cap. Okay, because there is some escaping of the energy from these two ends. Therefore, these two ends are fixed here with the metal cap. Okay, then used for heavy currents and specially designed for extremely rapid operation. Okay. Um, as I told you, rewirable fuses are low current fuses, means they are used for low current applications, but these HRC fuses are used for heavy currents and specially designed for extremely rapid operation, means they are operating very fastly when any fault is occurring in the system. Okay. Then also designed to absorb rapid heat produced by arc formed at the time of blowing out. So when that fuse blows out, very high heat will be produced, okay, which is due to the production of arc. Okay, arc will be produced there and very high heat is produced. So that heat is absorbed by these metal caps. Okay, then the rating is much more accurate and are particularly suited for breaking much heavier current safely. Okay. So its rating is also accurate and suited for breaking much heavier current safely, means if a high current is flowing through the circuit, then also uh, this fuse protects the device from very high current flowing through the circuit, means its breaking is good. Okay. Now the advantages and disadvantages of this HRC fuse. Okay, so first is advantages. Advantages of HRC fuses. First advantage is it clears high as well as low fault currents. Okay, high current also it is protecting circuit against high currents and low fault currents also. Okay, then they do not deteriorate with age. Okay, means after some years our fuses we have to replace due to deterioration. But now these HRC fuses do not deteriorate with age. Okay, due to oxidation, because they are packed now. Okay, they are under a fiber glass. Okay, so inside that glass, that's why they do not deteriorate. Then next is the having high speed operation, means they are very fast as compared to the rewirable fuses. Their operation is very fast. Okay. Then next advantage is require no maintenance. For these fuses also no maintenance is required. Then cheaper than cheaper than other circuit interrupting devices with same rating. So if we are using other protective devices of same rating of this HRC fuse, as compared to other devices, these HRC fuses are cheap. Okay. Then permit consistent performance. Okay, means constant continuous performance is there. Then fusing operation is fast without noise and smoke. Okay, again when this fuse blows out, that time it is not creating any noise and smoke also. Okay, then these are the advantages. Then disadvantages of HRC fuse. So after each operation they have to be replaced, means just like your rewirable fuse. But in rewirable fuse we are replacing only a single wire, but in HRC fuse we have to replace that whole fuse. Okay, then heat being produced by the arc may affect the associated switches. So whatever heat produced by arc, when that fuse blows out, so when that arc will be produced, that arc is affecting on the switches also. Okay, so these are some advantages and disadvantages of these HRC fuses and rewirable fuses. So anyone just tell me, what is the disadvantage of rewirable fuse? Anyone tell me disadvantage of rewirable fuse? Sonal?
Low breaking capacity.
Low breaking capacity. Then
cannot use high current.
yes, cannot use for high current. Then rewirable, we have to replace it every time. Okay, that is also disadvantage and main disadvantage. Okay, then what is the advantage of HRC fuse over? Yes, first Ankita told wrong size or improper material wire.
High speed operation.
Yes, correct. High speed operation. Then
No maintenance.
yes, no maintenance. Correct.
Cheaper than others.
Yes, means for the same rating, other protective devices, this is cheaper. HRC fuse is cheaper. Yes, for the same rating.
Operation fast without noise and smoke.
Correct, correct. So good. I'm happy because after so many days for theory lecture, you are replying. So we'll see the next point. I hope everybody understood this. Now the next point is important terms. Actually, it is not given in syllabus, but they may ask you, and these terms are required while studying these feuds. Okay, important terms are there. So first is the current rating. Everyone note this also, because this can be asked as a MCQ, or they can also ask you some 4 marks question like define these following terms likewise. Okay. So first is the current rating of fuse element. Current rating. So every fuse has its current rating, fixed current rating. You may have seen sometimes some fuses are there on that it is written 10 ampere, 20 ampere. Likewise, that is the current rating of that fuse element. Current rating means what? It is the maximum current that can be passed. Okay, so if the current rating is 10 ampere, then it means that up to 10 ampere current can be passed from that fuse element. Okay, so that is the current rating, means it is the current which the fuse element on normally carry without overheating or melting. Okay, so it is the maximum, or we can say the normal current which is carried by the fuse. Okay, by the fuse without overheating or melting. Okay, that is the current rating of fuse element. Then second definition is the fusing current. Now fusing current means it is the minimum current at which the fuse element melts and thus disconnects the circuit protected by it. Okay, means it means that again we consider the 10 again we consider the 10 ampere current rating fuse. So if above that the current is flowing, okay, means that is the minimum current which is required to blow out the fuse or melt that fuse. So that is the fusing current, minimum current at which the fuse element melts, okay, and it disconnects the circuit or protects the circuit. Then third definition is fusing factor. So here fusing factor means what? It is the ratio of minimum fusing current to the current rating of fuse. So I told you minimum fusing current. Fusing current means it is the current at which your fuse is melting. Okay, that fuse is melting, and current rating means what? It is the current. At which fuse is operating normally, means it is the maximum current that can be passed through that fuse element. Okay, so and minimum fusing current means at which your fuse melts, means this minimum fusing current is always high or more than this current rating of the fuse. Okay, so if the current rating of the fuse is 10 ampere, minimum fusing current is more than 10 ampere, right? Then only your fuse will melt there. So its value is always more than 1. Now it is almost up to 2 also, it can be taken. So according to different types of materials used as a fuse element, so that fusing factor is changing. So this definition is asked sometimes. So remember such a definitions: fusing factor, minimum fusing current to current rating of the fuse. Okay, note all these points. So understood? Okay, we'll see the next point. Now the next definition is the prospective current. So it is the prospective current. Now actually these fuses we are using at our home means simple rewirable fuses. So we are using it for the AC supply. Okay, so for this purpose we are considering here a AC line means this current versus sorry. So this current versus time characteristic is shown here. So one cycle is there. Okay, just like our AC. Okay, we are for alternating current we are using one cycle of 360 degrees. Right. So here is also one cycle is shown for AC supply. Now here current is there. Where is pointer? Okay, so current is there here, current, and this is time. As I told you, there is a time current characteristic. So as your current increases, the time required decreases. Okay, that is the inverse time current characteristic. That is the speciality of this fuses. Okay, so here first cycle, first half cycle. Okay, it is a complete cycle, positive to negative. So first positive half cycle is shown here and its area is more. Okay, now why it is more? Because a fault is occurred here. Okay, that's why the current is increased. So when we are using when any fault occurs in the system or in the circuit, that time current get increased there. Okay, and when current increases, that time that fuse blows out there. Okay, so here different points are given. So first is the here you can see at 0 point, at a 0 point here the fault is occurring. Okay, fault is occurring at this 0 point. Okay, then when any fault occurs, then what will happen? What will happen when any fault occurs in the system? Immediately will it blow the fuse or not if any fault occurs? जर एखादा फॉल्ट झाला सिस्टीम मध्ये लगेच फ्यूज ब्लो होणार का? और इट विल रिक्वायर सम टाइम?
Blow will.
Immediately?
Yes.
Okay. Any other answers?
Sometime.
So if any fault occurs, that fault current should be reached to the fuse, right? To the fuse. So there is some for blowing of that fuse, right? So Sangeeta told take some time to sense that fault. Okay. Okay. So here that the fault is occurring, then this period, okay, when that fault occurring, that current is increasing. Okay, current increases. So as that current increases, that level is shown here. Okay, that current is increasing, means from this fault occurs means 0 point to a point. Okay, and it reaches to the cutoff current. Okay, and it reaches to the cutoff current. Cutoff means it is the current when your fuse blows out. Okay, so that period is also called the pre-arcing time. Pre-arcing time means we know that when if very high current is flowing through air gap, okay, through air gap, then what happens? If very high current is flowing through air gap, we have seen this in electrical utilization. Yes.
Arc is created there.
Yes, correct. Arc is created there. So here also, when that fuse will blow out, okay, that time also the arc will be produced there. Okay, so here this 0 to a point is the pre-arcing time. Pre-arcing time means what? That time what we can say, that conductor is not melted there. Okay, so conductor is not melted at that time because it is the line which is showing that current is increasing. Okay, current is increasing, fault is occurred, and current is increasing here up to point A. Okay, up to point A. Shraddha. Okay. So up to point A, current is increasing. That is the pre-arcing time, means arc is not produced there. Okay. Now at point A, that is the cutoff current. Okay, cutoff current means that current is maximum current is flowing through that fuse, and that fuse is blown. Okay. After that, your current get decreased. Okay, current get decreased means here your arc is started. Okay, so it is the pre-arcing time, means arc is not actually completely produced, but it started. But when that fuse will blow, so this arcing period is shown here. Okay, it is the arcing period, and then slowly your arc get extinguished. Extinguished means the arc थोड्या वेळाने विझून जाते. Okay, so that is called arc extinguishes or arc finishes in simple language. So this is here the total operating time of that fuse is shown here. Okay, it is the total time. And now here asymmetrical current. Asymmetrical current means again actually you know, we are using you may have studied in power system also symmetrical faults, asymmetrical faults, right? So if there is a if phase difference is of 120 degree between each two phases, then it is called the symmetrical quantity. But if that phase difference is different, means less or more than that 120 degree, then that is called the unbalanced condition, or it is called the unsymmetry. Okay, so when any fault is occurring, then your system becomes unbalanced or unsymmetrical. So that unsymmetrical fault is flowing through the circuit when that fault is occurred here. Okay. This is the diagram. So you have to study this because it is important. Some definitions remaining will see the prospective current. Sorry. So prospective current is the RMS value of current obtained when a fuse wire sorry, when a fuse wire is replaced by ordinary conductor of negligible resistance. Okay, that is the prospective current, means it is the RMS value of the current obtained when we are replacing that fuse wire by other conductor or ordinary conductor of negligible resistance. That time whatever RMS value of current obtained is nothing but the prospective current. Okay. Then so this definition is also important. Now next term is the cutoff current. Okay. Cutoff current, that means here it is at point A. At point A means, so cutoff current is the maximum value of fault current actually reached before the fuse melts. Okay. Means it is maximum value when your fuse will start melting. Okay. Means at a particular value. Okay, suppose the 10 ampere is the rating of your fuse. Means after this 10 ampere your fuse will start melting. But before that, okay, before that means the maximum value is reached before your fuse will start melting. That is nothing but the cutoff current. Okay. From this also I told you that actually in this pre-arcing period your fuse is not melting. Okay. Fuse is not melting. So this cutoff value depends upon the current rating of fuse, then value of prospective current, asymmetry of short circuit current. Okay. So on these factors your cutoff value depends. Then the next term is the pre-arcing time. So what is this pre-arcing time? Pre-arcing means it is below the maximum level, or it is less than that cutoff current. Okay, before that cutoff current. So it is the time between the commencement of fault and till instant when cutoff occurs. Okay, means when any fault occurs, at that instant only your fuse is not melting. Okay, so the time between the fault occurring and when that cutoff occurs, okay, that time between that cutoff and the fault occurring is the pre-arcing time. And this pre-arcing time is very small and it is having value of 0.001 second only. Okay, so it is the definition of pre-arcing time. Okay, so everyone note. Okay, now next definitions are arcing time. So we have seen from that diagram, arcing time means after that point A. So it is the time between the end of pre-arcing time and the instant when the arc is extinguish. Okay. Uh, so here, this is point A to this current 0. Okay, to this current 0 point, this is the arcing time. Okay. Then next definition is total operating time. Total operating time of that fuse is the addition of this pre-arcing time plus this arcing time. Okay. Now operating time of this fuse is very low. So if it is, if we consider it is almost 0.002 seconds. Okay. As compared to the circuit breaker. So for circuit breaker, it requires almost 0.2 second time. But for a fuse, the time required is only 0.002 seconds, which is very less as compared to other protective devices. Okay. And the next definition is breaking capacity. Breaking capacity means it is the RMS value of component of maximum prospective current that a fuse can deal with at rated service voltage. Okay. So we have seen the prospective current definition. So it is the RMS value of component of maximum prospective current. Okay, which fuse can deal. And the last term is important, that is at rated service voltage. That is the breaking capacity of fuse. Okay. So today we have seen here what is mean by fuse, what is how actually fuse works, rewirable fuse we have seen, then HRC fuse and the important terms of this fuse. Okay. So for today we'll stop here. Thank you all and have a nice day. Thank you.